Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the newly formed Ududuwa Nation.
ìwọ ni ògo adúláwọ̀. Ẹ kálẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tèmi nílé lóko àti lẹ́yìn odi ní gbogbo ibi tẹ́ bá ti ń gbọ́ mi ní àṣálẹ́ yìí. Ẹ kálẹ́, ṣe dáadáa la bá yín, ṣe dáadáa la wà. Ilé ńkọ́ o, àwọn ọmọ ńkọ́ o. Ṣé gbogbo nǹkan ń lọ bó ṣe yẹ kó máa lọ déédéé? Mo kí n káàbọ̀ sórí ètò tòní láti ilé iṣẹ́ wa Heritage Television. Ẹ̀yin tèmi, mo fẹ́ kẹ́ bá mi gborí wọlé o. Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín pé ẹ kú ìfọmọnìyàn ṣe, ẹ kú ìfaradà ní gbogbo ọ̀nà náà lè máa fi ara da pípẹ́ mi ní ojoojúmọ́, because mo ti di perpetual or habitually common now. So ọ̀nà pọ̀ ni tẹ́lẹ̀ wà pọ̀ mi ò ní pẹ́ níbẹ̀. Ó dẹ̀ dá mi lójú pé gbogbo yín pátá ẹ fi orí jì àbúrò yín, èèyàn yín, ọ̀rẹ́ yín, ọmọ yín. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má bínú sí mi, ẹ foríjì mi. Mo ṣèlérí fún yín lánàá pé part 2 ètò tí a bẹ̀rẹ̀ lánàá yẹn pé ó ń bọ̀, and to the glory of God part 2 yẹn ti dé o. Èní yìí a ní keep you into suspense. Today we will name all the people we need to name. Today we will do some few names calling. So if anybody get angry or if we annoy you for no reason, we just have to do it, because nǹkan tó bá yẹ ká ṣe a gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe. Mo kí yín káàbọ̀ sí orí ètò bí ẹ ṣe ń wọlé yẹn, bí ẹ ṣe ń wọlé yẹn. Bọ́lá Odùsọ̀yà, Láàrin Fátógùn, Ọmọ́wùnmí, ẹ káàbọ̀. I shock knuckle with you too, Ọmọ́wùnmí. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ ṣe mọ̀, a bẹ̀rẹ̀ ètò kan lánàá. Ètò tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ lánàá yẹn a sọ lórí gbogbo ìwà ìbàjẹ́ tí àwọn olórí wa ń wù, àti pàápàá jùlọ bí wọ́n ṣe lè pa èròǹgbà inú yàn, gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ bá aspire láti dì, wọ́n ṣe lè bàjẹ́. Kò gbọ́ bí ifá, kò mọ̀ bí ọ̀pẹ̀lẹ̀. Uncle Yinka, I've seen your money. Thank you for the payment, for the things you ordered. Unfortunately, I couldn't get anything out today. So you have to pardon me because there's so much to do today. So I couldn't send anything out today. Everybody's post will be late for one day. So by Saturday, Monday, for people in England, you should get all your stuff. And a couple of stuff that have gone astray. The post office said to me, you have to wait 28 days before they know it's actually gone astray, which is crazy. Totally crazy. If something's supposed to get somewhere within a couple of days and it's not there, and first class recorded delivery, and we couldn't actually track it again, so that makes it difficult. mo kí yín ti ológun tológun, mo kí yín ti ẹlẹ́ṣọ̀ tẹlọ́ṣọ̀, mo kí yín tọlọ́wọ̀, mo kí yín tàbẹ́òkúta, mo kí yín tèkó, mo kẹ́yìn ti Kwara, mo kẹ́yìn ti Kogi, mo kẹ́yìn ti Ọ̀yọ́, mo kẹ́yìn ti Èkìtì, mo kẹ́yìn ti Oǹdó, mo kẹ́yìn ti Ọ̀ṣun. Gbogbo àwọn tó wá fẹ́ darapọ̀ mọ́ ilẹ̀ Oòduà náà, gbogbo yín ni mo kí níbi tẹ́ wà. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà Cuba, mo kí yín bẹ́ẹ̀ kan tí ẹ gbọ́ nǹkan tí mò ń sọ. Kì í ṣe gbogbo yín náà lè gbọ́, àwọn kan wà níbẹ̀ tó ti gbọ́ Yorùbá nísìnyí nítorí pé wọ́n mọ̀ pé our ancestral origin is Yorùbá and they want to be part of all the things. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe sọ fún yín ní ìjọba mẹ́ta sẹ́yìn pé gbogbo ọmọ Oòduà tó bá wà ní òkè ọya ó ti tó àkókò fún wọn láti máa padà bọ̀ nílé nítorí pé rẹ́rẹ́ máa rún kò dẹ̀ sígbà tí rẹ́rẹ́ ò ní rún nítorí pé nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe fún wa a lè ṣe ká má kojú wọn, a máa kojú wọn. One doctor was arguing with me online today pé the news that was broke by my brother Aloyemi Koiki yesterday morning that he needs to apologize, and I said, apologize for what? He said it's a lie. I said, they didn't say it's a lie. Did they say it's a lie? Did someone broke into his property? No, it wasn't attacked. Okay, is that what they said to you? They tell you what they want you to hear. And the man write another thing back to me and start arguing. I say, is that what you want to do? Keep arguing, I borrow a statement from Simon Ekpa. And I'll try and read the statement to you guys. It wasn't my making, it was borrowed statement from another media personality. And I used that statement and I'm glad I was able to use it. I said, Doctor, let's be honest here. You said, you and I know that nobody died at Lekki toll gate. Now, doctor, use your grammar to defend that because you are defending what the police said, what Shoyinka said, what that said. Yeah. They can say anything to you. They can give you any story. They know you're going to believe it. They know you're going to buy it. I don't want my coffee to get cold. That's why I'm drinking it so quickly. Lovely. In between latte and cappuccino. That's what I'm doing. Okay, I got my gentleman back here tonight. I got him back. My brother, my doctor brother. This is, I was referring to doctor. I'm not referring to this fine man. No, this man is not like that one. The other one is my uncle as well. Respect is very important in Oduduwa nation. Everybody is your uncle. And everybody is your brother. Right? It's always like that. So without much to do, without beating around the bush, without wasting your time, I think it's high time we go straight to what we want to talk about. We started the story yesterday. I will probably give you a recap, a very brief recap. This gentleman that went to Nigeria around 2015, 2014, and he wanted to establish a mobile hospital because it's not everybody that can go. There are too many sick people, so you can't bring all the sick people to the hospital. So let's do it another way. Let's bring the hospital to the sick people, and that might make it easier. That was his intention. It was a good intention. He has to discuss it with some people in government in one way or the other, and they approve it and they said it's good to do it. It's something they want to be part of, and you can see this gentleman taking photograph with even the vice president. That is how far the level he has taken his project, and it was a good project. And he wanted to import a caravan, a truck caravan, like a bus caravan. I'm not talking about this Serena and the Paragon that we wanted to buy for our people to move back home. Even the Paragon, before we start contributing money, people were telling me it should be more than 1 point something million. They bastardized our economy so badly that something that costs 1.2, 1.5, 1.8 that 3-4 weeks ago has gone to about 3 point something million naira. That's how much damage they've done to our economy, and they're still doing it right and left, center, and they're never gonna give up because I don't think these people are going to give up. So he couldn't import a vehicle because they said it's gonna take some time for the importation to go through. So somebody now recommends Mr. Femi Ojodu to him. Yes, that man from Ekiti State, who is actually the special advisor to the vice president currently, or maybe a minister or something like that. I don't give it shit what he is because he's a fraudster. Mr. Femi Ojodu, I call you a fraudster, and you're a fraudster, and I'm expecting your lawyer to write to me, and I'm standing by my words. You are a fraudster and a bully as well. You're a fraudster and you're a bully. So you've been to England. I had a one-to-one discussion with you. When I met you in Peckham in London, South London, I thought you were a good man then. But I didn't know you are as slimy as a snail. Because you must be. If you're not as slimy as a snail, you will not sell a vehicle to somebody, and because you find a need to that vehicle, you came back and come and grab the vehicle without refunding the money this man paid you and the money he used to repair the vehicle. We all know if you have to change the roof of a bus or a vehicle, it's very expensive because it has to be, I don't know. And you didn't even come to him by yourself. You send an ADC or ADA, whatever they call it, you send it to him, and that one didn't get a vehicle, and then you bring some police officer to him, a mobile military police to him, and collects the key by force, by fire, and you even threaten him a bullet in Nigeria is 6,000 naira or something like that. Yeah. Or so me, most of that. Let's bring this gentleman in, and then we can actually go properly and get things done the way things are supposed to get done. Good afternoon, my brother. Good evening. It's evening here. It's afternoon where you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good afternoon, sir.
For the benefit of the new people today that doesn't know you, could you please introduce yourself again to my audience?
My name is Adejobi Adeloye. I'm a doctor. I'm a public health physician. I am a mobile responder. I'm a techie, meaning I like using mobile technology to also advance healthcare delivery majorly. Also using mobile vehicles, including ambulances, including caravans, including stretcher service vehicles, wheelchair service vehicles, to help bring healthcare service to the people that need it, to the underserved, to the disabled, to people that either require some stretcher service or emergency response. And that's what we've been doing in different parts of the world. And that's what we were also planning to do in Nigeria. And apparently, by the time we said we were even going to start, we had to change a mindset, because the typical mindset in Nigeria, we found out, was such that most people that got to see us in our ambulances usually would have that mindset of here's let me let me call it in Yoruba, what they used to call us at the time, which we're not, was boku boku, because the well, I see that the few times that they've seen an ambulance being used was to either carry a corpse, which is actually not supposed to be the case. In other parts of the world, when you see an ambulance, it's meant to be for emergency response or non-emergency patient transport, to help in times of need or to bridge that healthcare access gap. And that's one of the things that we've been doing in different countries, and that we tried replicating in Nigeria. Yesterday, I mentioned the fact that all this was started when the vice president, in his good gesture and in his campaign, uh, told us and promised us of an enabling environment to come replicate what we were doing in US and in Canada, in Nigeria. And part of what we were thinking of doing was in providing such services using medical missions, using mobile vehicles, and using our mobile technology. Now, apparently, the way we feel right now is such that we feel bullied, we feel intimidated, and we were advised, why I'm coming out, why I'm sharing this, it's a real life personal experience that happened to Doctors on Call Health Support Initiative, which was the NGO that we were running. And I have different footages of different activities that we did in Nigeria, and the impact, even as at the time that he came to grab the van, um, which we bought, we paid. I have evidences of payment, and by the time he came to grab the van, the list was, you know, uh, we felt shortchanged. We felt so bad. We felt like it's like you bought a car to do some transport business, and all of a sudden the person, for some reason, for some political reason, now needs his van or needs his car back, and just, or it's no more his car. It's and he just came and now used force. I when we discussed with some of our lawyers or some of my lawyer friends, they just advised, that look, that it was going to be a bit hard because currently he is still in power. Apparently right now as we speak, he is still the political advisor to the presidency. And when a mobile officer, a mobile security officer tells you that it costs 60 naira to buy a bullet, it's like a subtle way of letting you understand the cost of just the he used the word delete, the cost of deleting you, while in a country that you call your country, or that you're trying to run a project. And I can imagine, because I had shared with some of my team members, and there had been when you just keep quiet, like, it's like somebody calling you a bastard from inside your family, when you don't have anyone to run to, or you feel if you have to say you want to run to somebody to report, that person is probably not even going to do anything, so the essence right now is typically not because I need a position, or I need his, I'm just like relating our experience and what we face, and the pain and the hurt that comes each time his name is mentioned, because it's more like he truncated uh, different projects. As at the time he came to run this form of intimidation, we were already providing care to over 9,000 women and children in 3 states in the north. We had fixed the van. We had put solar panels on the top of the van. We had, because we were preparing the van to run on alternate source of power supply. We were using it to do vaccine delivery. We were using it to do so many medical mission projects that we had, and it really set us back a few milestones, and that we had to even pause some of our projects because of this. And it hurts to see this. It's something that we would like to do. It's something that we would still like to provide. There are a couple of projects that have been coming, asking us to put in for grants and implement in communities in Africa. But I'll rather, right now, so many of my colleagues, so many of my partners, so many of my friends would rather join me to go to Sudan or go to Kenya or Rwanda or Somalia than to come to Nigeria, because where you want to share or provide some form of intellectual property that would help bridge that gap. You can imagine whereby, as at that time, we were already serving 23 embassies. We're already serving different rural places, different rural communities in different states, a lot of states. Name the state. I will tell you different places. As far as Chibok, as far as, Askira, Uba, Ringim, Dawakin Tofa, Garum Malam, different places that we had taken the van to, with pictures, with videos. And you can imagine whereby the joy was in providing some sort of service that we just felt was going to be our own quota in giving back. That someone inside was probably feeling threatened, or I don't know for what, for whatever reason, would now bully us and just grab it. The worst case scenario, give us back our money, or because we made payment, we bought the van because we felt we were going to, this was something that was going to really help our project, and we sent a lot of guys. I sent different family friends, to meet him, and he wouldn't grant me audience, and so at a point I started to feel, we had questions at the back of our minds that what is the enabling environment what was the enabling environment promised in the first instance, when we were told to come replicate what we were doing that is working in other parts of the country, in other parts of the world, that we should come do it in Nigeria, and then we're getting to Nigeria and that we're being trampled upon, or having the major challenge being from inside. It really hurts. And that was what he did. That was what he did. And till tomorrow, it's more like he did it and got away with it. And hey, I was told, hey, there's nothing you can do about it. So for years I kept quiet, because I still had a few projects to do, and I wouldn't want to jeopardize my safety. I was just told all sorts of crazy things. Hey, these guys are desperate. They can delete you like this in a snap. They can do anything in a snap, which I know with the power that they got and the way the security system has been or was playing out, was something possible. And then obviously coupled with the fact that I'd been kidnapped before and I didn't want to go through that process again. I
Can I stop
I
you there
just had
quickly,
to
sir?
lay low.
Can I stop you there quickly? Did you said you've been kidnapped before?
Yeah, that's another story. I've been kidnapped before. That was in. I don't want to mention the state. But it's in Nigeria. They wanted money. I was working on a project, on a humanitarian project, and um
How
and
long ago was this?
it's no, that was 2009.
Serious about this?
Yeah, that was 2009. But
In
that
which
didn't deter.
in which state? In which
It
state
did.
did this happen?
No, no, I wouldn't want to. I want let me let so we don't, maybe we leave that for another day. But
And you still went
you
back to
know
Nigeria
but
and
it
faced the same problem?
yeah, see, that is where the passion is. That is where the passion is. I enjoy emergency response. I enjoy, and then coupled with the fact that I have a personal motivation to to provide this kind of service. I like it. I enjoy it. It makes me smile when I can add such a value to guys that can't pay you back. So that's why that was the initial reason why we started it as a non-profit. In Nigeria is they call it NGO. You know, we run it as a non-profit, so we'll get fund. We'll usually would self fund, would levy ourselves and bring in funds, and then some of our friends would donate some money, which we would retire at the end of the day. We would let you know what we use the money to do. Some would say, "Hey, I don't want to give you money. I would give you a van." Some will say, "I'll give you a house." We understand the different types of money, which we understand that cash is the least of them. So we trade more in other types of money, which includes credibility, integrity, social worth, social capital, near cash. As as things that we have gotten in the past that money can't buy. So those were the things that we still had to do other projects that we had pending in other parts of Nigeria. And I so even with that, we still went to. It was after that we did the projects in Yola, in Chibok, in Maduguri, in everything is it was directed at IDPs, at internally displaced, for internally displaced people, for people that are like refugees. We'll go there with interpreters, people that can speak in Hausa, in Kibaku, in Arabic, and will deliver this service regardless of your religion, regardless of your disposition, regardless of and try to reintegrate you back to uh, to social living. Meaning we'll take care of your health, we'll take care of whatever you are trying to do health wise, and then we'll try to bring you back to a state where you can either make money or earn money. So in making money, we'll teach you certain vocational skills, and then also teach you on business development. So that you understand little things like record keeping, like simple financial analysis, such that you are able to validate your idea if you have a business idea, and then we'll get you some funding that will help you to start. And then if you want to earn money, meaning if you're looking for a job, would help you, will guide you towards uh, so many of our modules, which would include how to search for a job, how to get a job, how to keep your job, and how to quit your job or how to retire successfully. So that way you're able to retweak your CV. We have people that retweak their CVs in their language, in Hausa, you know. So it's like you now saying you're looking for work, and you're able to pitch that you can actually work, you're employable, you know. So we concentrated more on the soft skills. At times I used to say then that the problem in Nigeria is not really unemployment, it's unemployability, you know, whereby the average guy, you know, sees I'm coming to work as I'm leaving the house and traveling to the place of work. Unlike now, where I'm coming to work means I am coming to do the verb of work, to be productive. You know, so mon lo shishe, you know, it's different from mon lo bishe. You know, for in Yoruba, you know, yet both is I'm coming to work. So we usually would instill such values, and then we have testimonials. We have people that we have trained that are now working. We have lots of them in Nigeria, and we either would fix them up with some job bank or some. The ones that we linked them up with in Nigeria were mostly from my job mag or Jobberman, or you know, would train them and then would push them, and then they would apply and then they get a job. And it makes us happy where we have people that are already happy and that we are already a part of their story. You know, not where, you know, but it makes us sad when there are challenges, and those challenges are being perpetrated by or being caused by people that are meant, someone that is meant to be more like my brother, or that speaks the same languages as I do, or that is, you know, but it's probably apparently misusing the position of authority, because right now we feel robbed, we feel cheated, we feel, you know, you're not only robbing us, you're robbing the project. You know, it's the funds that we used in paying for for that van was not personal cash, was was, you know, these are funds from donors, from people that are well-meaning, that have tried to support us in the past. You know, some will even say, "Oh, come, take this vehicle. It's very old, but you can have it." And then what we'll do is we'll touch it up, we'll make it okay, and then we'll sell it. And then when we sell it, we use the funds to buy medication. Obviously, most times when we say we're doing free medical service, or we're doing free medical mission, yes, it is going to come free to the beneficiaries, meaning the beneficiaries are not going to pay anything. But we're not going to get the medication with stones. We'll have to still make some payment to buy medication. We have to make payment to buy gas. We have to we have to pay. We have to pay. We're not going to pay stones to buy gas. We have to pay money to buy gas. We have to pay money to buy the things, you know, to book where we're going to stay. You know, and the things that we're going to use. And it's a bit appalling where you're trying to do such innovation of certain things, and yet you can't do it at home, or you can't do it where your roots are still living. You know, that's a pain, that's an issue right now. He is still in power, and we were just advised to keep quiet. And that's why, you know, the reason why I'm a bit comfortable to share this is because I'm not living in Nigeria.
Go to
You know,
Nigeria and do the same thing again with the current situation in Nigeria currently? Will you ever go to Nigeria and do something like that again?
with the current situation in Nigeria, and you know, I if I have to do such a project, I can still get the project done, but obviously I would, I would have to do, the state of security in Nigeria is such that we both know that you landing in Nigeria, you have to be your own security. You have to be your own, you have to watch your back. No matter how you watch your back, you have so much um, that is kind of engineered to work against you. It's like a mindset implosion. It's like it's like a mental implosion that is like organized, orchestrated to blow up internally, that needs to be removed, or there needs to be a mindset change. It starts with a change in mentality where people can understand that, look, um, this is a project that is going to, whatever project I'm coming to do or that is coming into the country, is meant to improve the economy or improve the HDI or the healthcare or the development index of that community. So rather than seeing that as a competition, you should be open to collaborate. I'm willing to collaborate with anybody that is going to help or that is going to support in providing such but right now I wouldn't want to disclose my itinerary if I'm going to Nigeria or not, because doing that automatically means it means unnecessary exposure of your safety, to it's not everybody that smiles at you that likes you. And definitely, because I know that this would still work. If Uber can work with its headquarters in US or wherever, or if Bolt can work with a headquarters in Estonia, Amber or Novadoc can work anywhere in the world with its headquarters anywhere. I deliberately, I am trying to restrict stating where our main office is, because there are people, there are different crazy guys everywhere, and you really don't know who is for you. But for the project, we believe it will work if we have a true enabling environment. Gladly, I would do everything to implement. I still have people in Nigeria. I still have friends and family and uncles and in Nigeria. I still have a couple of my friends. A lot of Nigerians in diaspora have families in Nigeria that we are still providing care for as we speak. So mobile care for elderly, for geriatrics, mobile care for prescription delivery, mobile care for emergency response, mobile care for non-emergency patient transport, stretcher service, are things that we currently can replicate right now if we have the enabling environment. And sincerely, if we have the necessary support, sincerely, I am willing to still deploy in Nigeria.
Okay, thank you very much for that. I really appreciate your explanation. Now, let's go back to the nitty-gritty of this whole story, because we're not just gonna tell the story without people knowing who are involved. Number one, who invited you to Nigeria for this project?
This project, because of this project, okay, the project was conceived. It was one of the initiatives from Doctors on Call Health Support Initiative, which is a registered NGO, a nonprofit in Canada, and a registered NGO in Nigeria. We got to we met with the vice president, Professor Sibajo, in Baltimore. He came to Redeemed church in Jesus House in Maryland,
Are
and
you a
he
Christian,
also
and are
had a
you a
meeting.
member of the RCG in that town?
I'm not a member of RCCG, but you know the way it is when when someone important, or like say an important aspirant is coming into town that you seem to align with, or is someone that is a member of your tribe. Word will go around the Nigerian community, and guys would come to wherever they're going to get to see him. So I know that he came to Redeem, and then he also had another meeting with the Nigerians in diaspora. He had a town hall meeting where Mr. Laolu Akonde, his current SA Media, was the anchor, was the anchor man, and one of the things that they were doing then, because it was more like a campaign, was included. I'm just like saying the things that struck me, or that meant a lot to me, was that we should come do and replicate what we're doing, or the initiatives, and then come to support their government, by coming to replicate such in Nigeria. And that we were going to have an enabling environment. We're going to do so many things with them. And so that was what struck the initial, like a go ahead, not necessarily saying come and get money. It was in come and do whatever you're doing, so that obviously the government was going to be the one to take the glory for it, because it was going to show that, well, the government is working, this is working, and people are having better healthcare access, which was one of the major things that we were trying uh, to bridge the gap. So, but on getting to Nigeria, I did not get to see. I tried several times to get to see the vice president. I tried several times to discuss more on this. But I could not. I think the closest I got to him then initially was, get to see that that's his door, and but I couldn't get inside because of so many reasons. Well, so many reasons I couldn't get. I wasn't booked to see him, and I eventually saw Mr. Laolu Akonde at a program. I gate crashed the program, and when he was leaving, I just said, he was having some attention, and obviously because he was representing the vice president, and then I just mentioned a statement. I said, what you said we should come do, we've not been able to do it. What you said at Jesus House. So he just raised up he uses glasses, and when someone just raises up, like, who's talking, and then so he asked me a question. After Jesus House, where else did we go? I said the town hall. He said, oh, okay. He just brought out his card and said, see me later. That was what made me to see him, what got me to see him, because he gave me his card. And eventually I got to see him, and I explained everything that we had in plan to do. And but since then, I've been trying. I have sent all sorts. I've sent texts, sent all. I have. I did not get to see the vice president again until 2018, and that was because I had to leave. I had to leave Abuja and go to Kano for a program. I got there. I had to set up like 3 days before he got there, so I literally just waited there because I knew he was going to come commission a program at the Dangote Business School. So yeah, it's hard. It's like passing through the eye of a needle. When they come to Canada, or when they come to US, you get to sit down with them on the same chair. You get to talk with them. You get to discuss with them, and you can see what they really want to do. You know, but by the time it comes to implementation, at times it's like passing through the eye of a needle, like a camel passing through the eye of a needle to get access to the same sets of people that you're trying to add value. You know, I can as well just stay off and be doing it in other countries. You know, but I'm like, why would you say you're trying to support and you're trying to help? And so it's not even, you know, there was a time I brought in mannequins, you know, these mannequins that you use in doing CPR. Well,
Yeah.
for those that have taken yeah, well, a lot of guys in UK understand what I mean by CPR, you know, cardiopulmonary resuscitation, what that chest compressions that you do on people when you're trying to resuscitate them or bring them back to life. You know, we usually use training mannequins to do that kind of compression. There was a day I was in there was a day I was in Lagos. We had finished doing some training for NDLEA, Nigerian Prison Service, Correction Service, and for the UN. And I was going to Kano, and the next thing that happened was from the, you know, um, when the airport microphones just announces your name, and they're like, hello, can Adejobi Adeloye come to the basement, please? And I felt a bit embarrassed. I felt a bit perplexed. You know, like what could be going on? What's going on? And then I saw someone walking up to me directly, and the person just asked, "What's your name?" I told him my name, and then he just held my hand and said, he was on the phone. He said, "Oh, we have apprehended him." And I felt really more embarrassed. Like, why would you use such word? Why would you say you've apprehended? You know what? And he held my hand, and I felt really terrible. And he took me to the basement. And by the time I got to the basement, I saw two policemen with guns. They were, you know, I saw my bag, and I saw some reporter. You know, I would want to mention the TV station. You know, there was a reporter, but the microphone had had the name of the TV station, you know, on it, and the guy had written "suspected ritualist nabbed at MMA 2." You know, I mean, I thought it was maybe somebody else, or maybe some news that they had covered earlier in the day or something like that. And then I saw the guys at the scanner. They were saying, you know, they were saying it in pidgin. Now the head be that. See the chest. See the head of the person. Now the head of the person be, you know. And I just kept quiet. I was watching the drama that was, though it wasn't really pleasant. And then one of the policemen now just shouted, "Hey, Oga, now you're back with that. Open it." And I said, "It's not locked. It's not. There's nothing." So immediately I opened it. The head of the mannequin, you know, just rolled out, and they hissed. They were mannequins. They were training mannequins that they were thinking were, you know, these mannequins are taken to other countries, no problem, no issue. I'm trying to use it to run my training programs in Nigeria, and this is some of the embarrassment I'm facing. It's just not right. The head rolled out, and they started leaving one after the other. You know, no apology, nothing. You know, I told some of my friends, those guys were like, "Hey, sue the airport, sue the, you know, the other part of the other side." You know, you usually would have some sort of argument. Some will be like, sue them, and then some will be, you know, "Hey, you have a few days to just go finish your training program and get out. So imagine if that kind of embarrassment is popping up because of training mannequins, as those things that you use. If I'm going to use layman terms, those things that look like half human, half bodies, plastic, that you use in teaching compressions when you're teaching and when you're doing a CPR or a first aid training course. I carry them about. I carry them to different places, and these are the challenges I'm having, or I have been passed through in delivering or running capacity building sessions on first aid and life support in Nigeria. It's crazy when that kind of embarrassment is coming in Lagos, or it's coming in the Southwest, or it's coming from someone that is meant to be your brother. That's why I would feel more comfortable. In fact, I'll feel more comfortable going to the north to do any medical mission. I feel more comfortable because there, you know, the you face less complications. You go there, you do your medical mission, you retire your funding, and you get out. But where you're trying to do certain things, and then guys are looking at you, and then one of the first things they're asking you is who is your funder, or who is probably, yeah, that's a mannequin, though that's a dressing mannequin, you know. But a training mannequin will not have the arms, but it's still a mannequin. So imagine um, you're using something that looks very, very much like that, but without the arms, but with the head and the chest, because that's where the emphasis is. You need to know where to place the training pads to deliver shock when you need to apply an AED. So those are things that we use when we're training, and they were looking at the scanner. Apparently, that means all the porters, all the that were present there, did not know anything about CPR or first aid or life support. You know, Countless times I've been to a popular estate in Abuja, and a popular estate. Okay, yeah, that's a mannequin. A popular estate in Abuja, and we came there with an ambulance, as in a well-equipped ambulance, and a lady came out and she started, it's not my portion, I rebuke you, I bind you, I cast you back to sender. She was casting and binding, and she was looking at me like, hey, well, I wouldn't blame her. The probability is the only few times she has seen an ambulance was to carry a corpse. There's little difference in the understanding of the difference between emergency response and his service. One is for emergency response, while the other is for carrying corpses or carrying dead people. I was bringing that in because what was inside were life-saving equipment and and trained personnel that would help her husband. We got a call, we got a request because her husband had a cardiac arrest, and she just came out and started. I'm not saying I don't believe in prayer, but it's good to understand the emergency response space and allow them to do their jobs. If you're trying to start up a paramedic organization in Nigeria, I feel we just the least you can give us is some little support. When that support is now getting to a point whereby we're not getting the support, or you are even now being the major block, it hurts. It hurts. If someone from outside is, the way at times you feel, if someone outside is saying, oh, and saying bad words to you, you may just choose to ignore and just walk off. But if the bad words is being said by someone that is inside, or that is meant to be your supporter, or meant to be your brother, or someone that is close to you, you will feel really, really bad. That's the way I feel when people like that now are now making themselves stumbling blocks, or making themselves you know yeah.
Wow, 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 wow. So, the gentleman that you buy the van from, because a lot of people are still waiting to know the name. One second. So, how did
From
money actually exchange
Senator,
hand?
I bought it on I paid on the 7th of September 2015.
You put an initial deposit.
An initial deposit of 500,000.
Okay. And then,
You know, and then because initially he asked, it was like a bargain. He asked if we could pay, if we had 1 million for him, and we told him what we could raise was 500,000. We told him what we could raise then was 500. What we could raise was 500,000. And because we would still even need to still fix quite a number of things on the van. We'll need to run a registration on it, and run the fixtures, and we made that payment that night. We made that payment. I have the bank details. You know, I won't be surprised if tomorrow, the way it is such that the way it is such that, because I'm not going to mention the name of the bank, but I have the details which I can furnish anybody. I can present in any court.
so
I
you don't
can
want me to
present to
show
anybody that wants to know.
the payment details. You don't want me to show it.
I can yes, that will
Can I
show
show
the
it on the screen?
payments that we made.
Or maybe not
Okay,
now.
because if you show it on the screen, right now, and you include the bank name, I won't be surprised tomorrow they block the bank account.
Okay. So we
That
will
is
show it
what
because I have all those things anyway.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, so that's the norm. It's a case of there's one Yoruba stuff that they said that they came to take the van, and it was like, see, our advice is to just stay low, to just lie low, the way they do. He was referring to one of them was referring to the same man that they do this bioba bulese, it's one, it's like a desperate, yeah, you know so it's more like you're coming in to take something, and you just want to take it by force, and and making it to the world that, man, nothing is going to happen. And I actually just kept quiet. I had things to do. I had so it's right now I feel more comfortable talking because I'm out, and I even this is even still a risk, because the way they claim to operate, it's all about, yeah, I did this and nothing's gonna happen. The worst case, best case scenario is give us back our funds. We're doing non-profit work. We're doing non-government work. We're non-partisan. We're catering for people. We've made a lot of purchases, and people and lives are waiting. As at that time, in fact, when we were releasing the keys, we had to bring out so many mosquito nets. We had to bring out so many things from that we had purchased, that we had gotten, that we wanted to use in another medical mission. We had gotten some donation of some over-counter medication, that um, they were still in good conditions, and they were not expired. They were fine, but we usually would pull in things that we want to do. We budget, we spend, we buy things that we need, and then we plan, according to our plan and according to our timeline, and then we now deploy. As at that time, we had to do some mild change of plans because the van had been taken forcefully, and we had no explanation for it. There was
Can
nobody
you
we could talk
recount
to.
the incidents? Can you recount the incidents leading to the forceful taking back the van from you guys? Can you recount it, please?
Yeah, what he did was he first sent a text. He just sent a text that he needs the van, that he wants to use the van, and I tried calling him back, and his phone wouldn't go. The same phone line that he used is sending me a text that we had been using to discuss, apparently before buying the van. That he needed the van, and later I heard from some of my friends that he was also in the race for the governorship, for Ekiti State. And the next thing was, he sent another text, like, I know, look, whatever mission, whatever you're doing in the country, I can come to that place and get the van. And then I think after like 3 weeks, I got a call from his ADC, the policeman attached to him, or the person that one of the police that goes with him is his brother, Clement, and he just said that he apparently he knew what we were using the van to do, but he was just acting on the instruction, you know. And then the next was, he sent different other police officers to come and get the keys. I was in the office that day. My staff, it was a silent, when you're being bullied and it's silent and you can't really do anything and you're just like looking, you know. So I just handed over the keys. I'm not going to make any noise. I'm not going to do anything that's going to put my safety into any form of jeopardy, or so take the keys. And I kept quiet since then. But for me to be sharing this is because it's still a pain. It's still a big dent. Even though we completed the program that we were doing at that time, we were doing a program for at that time we were doing another program for Palladium, which was a UKAID DFID M4D project in Nigeria. DFID is British, so it was by the UK aid and program, and we ended up completing the other parts of the project without the van. And so yes, that is the man this is the man that I paid money to, that is he literally robbed us. That's the way we feel right now. He took funds from us and now bullied the next was, it took the van. Different guys sent me pictures of the van in a sorry state. He just took the van and went to park it somewhere around Katampe in Abuja, and then later some guys saw the van with his picture, which I can send to you later, with his picture contesting for the governorship of Ekiti State. Before he before he later backed down or stepped down and became a political advisor to Buhari or Osibajo. So I can imagine now having to talk with the person that said, "Oh, come, you have a good enabling environment that talking with us with some sincerity, and we're like excited." And then right beside him or right behind him, you're seeing someone that has robbed you of certain things that would help the program that you tried doing in the same country, standing right beside him and serving as a political advisor. It hurts. It just doesn't add up.
The reason they have him as political advisor is because they know who he is, they know what it does, and they're probably in the same team, in the same gang. And because if they're not in the same gang, obviously the vice president that said come back to an enabled environment must know that this thing is not functioning anymore. And according to you, you said, and I quoted, you saw the van being used for political campaign later on instead for doctors respond. Am I right?
Saw the van being used with his picture. I'm going to send you the I'm going to send you the I can send you the picture later. I saw it being used. In fact, I can let me I can send it to you later. It was the branding that we had done had been removed totally. He now put his face, and he put something like the sun will soon shine again, or like a political slogan, with the aspiration of coming back to do governor.
Wow.
That's what he took the van to do.
Okay. I'm going to let people grill you maybe for about 5 minutes. I'm going to ask my audience to ask the question because there are some few things they were saying online which I really want them to probably put across to you directly. But before that, depending on the question, I'm going to ask you one question, and then depending on your answer, it will tell me whether to let him ask the question or just to finish the show. First, will you still go back to Nigeria and do same thing all over Nigeria again if this government goes away?
I will still go back. I will still go back. You see, my thinking.
No, you didn't get my question right. Will you still go back to Nigeria and do the same thing all over again?
Yes, I will. Yes, I will still go back to Nigeria and run the project. My thinking, my mentality has always been it's either it works or it works.
Okay, then I'll put the question against you. Same question. Do you believe that can still happen in Nigeria? Can you believe that your project can work in Nigeria as a country? Do you still believe Nigeria is still there or Nigeria is finished?
With the number of intellectual property that gets out of Nigeria on a daily basis, with the amount of brain drain and them now, those same brains now being so functional in different parts of the world and achieving certain projects and doing them well, I feel any system that has an enabling environment for productivity or for economic increase would make any project, including my projects, to thrive.
Okay. Maybe I need to put it to you the way they put it here. This gentleman said, Alaye, you understand what Alaye means?
Yes.
Yeah. Alaye, are you for one Nigeria with a big question mark after it?
The way things are right now, I'm scared.
So
because the current you know why why I would say I'm scared because the environment of the Nigeria that I used to know is no more there.
Do you know one Dr. Aborode? Do you know anybody called Dr. Aborode?
I don't know.
You haven't had the name before?
Yeah, I know Dr. Aborode that was killed.
Okay.
Yes.
You are very lucky. I'm going to be blunt with you. You are very extremely lucky.
Yes.
That today we're not talking about your name, Dr. as an ex, late doctor. You're extremely lucky. Because what happened to you then, if it happens to you in Nigeria of today, if it happens to you today, you won't be sitting here talking. Do you think you will still be sitting
the
here?
reason there they just said it so hard that the price of a bullet was 60 naira.
Okay, so in
For someone
Nigeria,
to be
they
telling you
said
that
the price of a bullet is 60 naira, right? That's what they said to you, which means it won't take us,
Yeah.
it won't cost us a lot to eliminate you.
yeah,
And the Chief Justice in Nigeria today is a Sharia judge, is a Sharia court judge.
I know.
And you think that can ever work? 1999 Constitution is what enabled Femi Ojodu. They call it honorable, but I call him Sifi Femi Ojodu.
It's scary. It's scary. It's just been, it's the way things are. People, guys that have been like, hey, when are you coming back? When are you coming back? I'm like, coming back
To Nigeria.
Why? Yeah, that I should come. That when am I coming back to Nigeria? And then most times I don't have any answer. I don't even let them. I don't let them know where. At times I could be in US. At times in Canada. At times at times I could even be in London. I have family different places, and and I try as much as possible just to keep a low profile. Just
where is your family? Is your family back in Nigeria or in the US?
I would not want to disclose and say anything about I'll rather just talk for myself.
Okay. The reason I'm asking you because I'm looking at the probability. Maybe the reason you don't want to say you are not for Nigeria again is because maybe your family is back home. That's the only reason that question comes up.
I have, like I said, I have a lot of family. I have uncles. I have people in Nigeria that I even know that my speaking out right now is already is a risk to them. I understand that very well because so I would not. The aim of the talking is just to share my experience, as a technocrat trying to run certain projects that is working in other countries, trying to add value to our economy within certain certain areas, not as a politician, not as because once you're tagged as a politician, or you begin to uh to be for a politician or against a politician, and then then the case of the doctor, or the case of Daramola, or the case of certain people that popped into that southwest and were seen as possible political threats and were deleted. I am a technocrat. I still say it over and over again. I am for healthcare, I'm for rehabilitation, I'm for recovery, I'm for business analysis, I'm for employability or job creation. Primarily, what I'm doing is just trying to add value towards a cause. And my bringing up this issue is mainly because of the fear of or the reluctance due to my past experiences being met on me by someone that is meant to be from my state. Because even by the time.
Sorry for that. Yeah, go ahead,
Do I
sir.
go on?
Yeah, go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead.
okay. Now, because the fear now is not even on Nigeria or not Nigeria. It's on the it's not on the car. It's on the driver. It's on the drivers of the vehicle. By the time the truth is, or what I see in the near future, even even by the time Oduduwa nation eventually starts, this same man that I just talked about is going to probably aspire to be a big or major stakeholder,
A
or he's
major
going to be,
stakeholder
because
where?
he is
In Nigeria or in Oduduwa land?
in presently he is in Nigeria. He is a stakeholder in Nigeria. Now, because he is from my state, obviously, that kind of person will still vie. He has been he has taken different other leadership positions, even in the southwest. He was a former commissioner in Lagos. He has been a senator in Nigeria, and he is currently a political advisor at the presidency. That kind of person will still make moves to be politically relevant if there is a creation of if there's a creation of any other country that includes his state. That automatically makes him uh, a member and a, a tentative aspirant. You once you're a member of a state or of a nation, or of a community, of let's say Yoruba nation right now, he can either aspire to be a king, or put a king there. So it's still the same set of drivers that is still going to run the car. It's not as per how far or how fast the car is going to move. My worry, or the reason why I'm sharing my experiences, is on the drivers that we currently have that are from that. So this one is not if you look at it, it's not a I'm not addressing. There's so many other issues with Nigeria which I'm not addressing, which I'm not talking about.
Because
I'm talking from
doctor,
the point.
because of
Yes, sir.
time, I'm going to have to try and round up the program, and then I will continue this discussion with you privately, because I think there's still a lot of things that me and you needs to iron out. You understand? And if there's a need, we come back for part 3 of this one. Is that okay with you? Fantastic. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. On this note, we have to be calling to the day because the next program starts in about 5 or 10 minutes. But what I want to do quickly is that tonight again, I'm going to give away 5 caps. I'm going to give away 5 caps like I did yesterday. I gave 10 out yesterday. Please, if you have not gotten a cap yesterday, it's 1 per person. If you have not requested for a free cap yesterday, today you can send me cap in your WhatsApp and I will send 1 out to you. I've only got 5 to give out today, but you will still have to pay your postage. For UK, postage is £4. For Europe, is £8. For America and Far East, is £18. Because some person said they wanted to send to Dubai, and I've just found out how much does it cost to send things to Dubai. But if you buy any Oduduwa merchandise from us, we will, that is up to £50, you get the cap automatically free. Anything over £100, you get 2. If you buy 150, you get 3 of the cap. So if you want the cap, send me a message, just send cap. The first 5 people will get the cap. I want to say a very good evening to everybody who has joined me on this program today. And I want to thank my guest, my very, very able guest, who is still sitting on the face of probably one Nigeria and Oduduwa at the moment. But I'm sure when me and him sit down and we iron things out, because he have a big project, he have a high hope, he's a very determined man. I'll tell you one thing, this man is a real man who doesn't give up easily. Because how could they kidnap you in the country one time and you are back there? My brothers and sisters on the show today, if you have not liked the program, please like it. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. If you're watching it on any platform, whatsoever platform you're watching it on, please and please and please do me a favor, make sure you like and subscribe to that platform. That way it will make it easy for you to know when myself or any of our people are online and we can educate ourselves. Until tomorrow, when I come your way again, I think we'll be showing the funeral of Alhaji Lateef Jakonde. We'll be showing that one live from 7 o'clock UK time tomorrow, right here on Heritage Television. So if you want to catch up on what happened to this man who built Lagos State within 4 years and some few months, without worried about anything, please tune up to say a farewell to this gentleman, and then we take it from there. On this note, I want to thank everybody who has been part of this program today, and I really appreciate your support. I think I've only got 1 cap left. I've got 4 caps already, so I've only got 1 left. So until tomorrow that I come your way again, I remain yours and loyal to you and loyal to Oduduwa land. My name remains Ade Thomas. God bless you and good night. Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the newly formed Oduduwa Nation.
Ìṣọ̀kan